Thanks for joining us at the ATA 2019 here in Louisville. We're here at the TenPoint booth. We're here with Brian, and we're checking out some of the new TenPoint lineup. Some of the new bows that they've got out this year are fantastic. Some great price points, as well as some great technology that they've changed for this year with some narrow limb, reverse limb stuff at some great price points, as well as, I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the fastest bows on the market at this point. So I think that's where we're going to start. Is that right?
That's right.
All right, let's start at the top and we'll work our way down. So take it away there, Brian.
So brand new flagship crossbow this year for TenPoint called the Nitro XRT. Shoots a blazing 470 feet per second, up to 191 foot-pounds of kinetic energy. So basically, you could blow through deer with this crossbow. It's the RDX style, so a reverse draw style bow assembly. Flip the bow assembly around, mount it halfway back on the stock. What that does is it takes all that front heavy weight that you usually get from the riser off of your front hand. It makes this bow unbelievably balanced, and when you shoulder it and go to shoot, you can really hold on your target very easily, so it helps to improve the accuracy of your shots. It also comes with the premium EVO-X Marksman Crossbow Scope, 1.5 to 6 power. It's a variable speed, drop compensating scope. It's got reticles that go from 20 yards out to 60 yards that light up either red or green. And then there's a 70 and an 80 yard chevron in there for target shooting. Comes standard with the ACUdraw PRO quiet cocking device. That reduces the draw weight by 95%. So basically it allows folks that may not be too strong, or younger folks, older folks, folks that have shoulder problems, anybody can shoot this crossbow.
Fantastic.
Comes as a package, comes with the optic. Also, I do want to mention all of our EVO-X Marksman Scopes now also come with a bubble level.
Right, so that just allows you to stabilize and straighten out your shot, get everything level when you're shooting, and make sure it's spot on so you don't get any cant out of the bow.
That's right. And just as it's important with a vertical bow to stay vertical, it's important with a crossbow to stay totally horizontal. So that bubble level is actually more important than what a lot of folks realize. Comes as a package. Also, there'll be 6 arrows comes with it. The Stag hard crossbow case, so you can protect this investment as you're traveling with it, and then a TenPoint sling. That comes in at a $24.99 price point.
And all that's standard on this. So one thing I did want to mention, the new scope, and you're going to see this from a lot of the other competition. I know TenPoint elected to stay at 80 yards. I know everybody's talking about that 100 yard, even some crazy 200 yard stuff, and under my opinion, and I think from an ethical standpoint, from a hunting standpoint, that's not ethical to do with any bow. It's fun to do, it's fun to target shoot from that, and that's why they put the 80 yard in there. But I believe TenPoint wants to take that stance and say, hey, that's just not an ethical hunting practice, and not put that scope anywhere out past 80 yards for hunting, and stopping at 60 basically for the hunting, and then having those extra little chevrons in the bottom. So it's just something that TenPoint's taking a stance on, and that's why you're not seeing the 100 yard scope. So if you're one of those guys that's looking for that, I guess go buy you a different scope, put it on there, but TenPoint's not advocating that going forward.
Absolutely. I mean, target practicing out at 100 yards or out at 80 yards is definitely different than trying to shoot an animal out that far.
Absolutely.
Definitely not an ethical shot. It'd be too risky.
Absolutely. Too much stuff happening between you and them.
Most definitely. So I appreciate you bringing that up. We definitely advocate only ethical hunting with the crossbows.
Absolutely.
So,
all right. What's our next
in the lineup, we'll go ahead and go to the Turbo. A lot of folks out there are familiar with our Turbo and our Titans from past models that we've had for several years. The Turbo and the Titan this year got an upgrade. We've now got the Turbo M1. It's a reverse cam technology we've got on the narrow bow assembly. When this bow is cocked, it's only 9 inches wide, axle to axle. We've also done some pretty big cutouts out of the riser to help reduce that front heavy weight and make the whole bow itself overall very balanced. It's right around 6.5 pounds in total weight, and as you can see,
it's noticeable.
You can pretty easily hold it with one hand.
I mean, TenPoint's traditionally been a fairly heavy bow, and I equate that with some quality to the workmanship of it, what's put into most of your TenPoints, but it also gives you a good solid platform to shoot off of.
Exactly.
Everybody knows even if you buy a 3-pound compound, you end up putting 3 stabilizers on it, trying to put the weight back on to keep it from jumping around and make it stable. So, you know, TenPoint's always been a little bit heavier than the competition, but I think there's some quality issues there that stand out because of it.
Shoots up to 380 feet per second and 122 foot-pounds of energy. Comes with our ProView 3 crossbow scope. Also has lighted dots in there that light up either red or green, 20, 30, 40, 50 yards. The turbo can be purchased with either the quiet ACUdraw PRO cocking mechanism or the ACUdraw 50 sled cocking mechanism. And depending on the cocker, comes in as a package at $9.99 or $8.99. You'll also get 3 arrows and a 10-point quiver as the whole part of the whole package.
Okay. Change on the triggers this year?
That's right. We have a new trigger mechanism called the T5, and it has 50% less travel. Still has that same nice, crisp 3.5-pound brake. The components of the trigger are all CNC machined to very, very high precision, and that's going to translate into more consistent string release and more consistent and more accurate shots.
And that trigger's across the whole line, correct?
That's across the entire 10-point line.
Okay, excellent.
Yep.
All right. Next in the lineup.
And then here we have the Titan M1. The Titan, we've sold more Titan models, 10-points, than any other model in the history of the company.
It really is kind of a flagship bow, even though it's call it an introductory level for 10-point somewhat.
That's right, but it's been our workhorse bow, that's for sure. And again, it has the same bow assembly as the Turbo M1, 9 inches axle to axle when it's cocked. Also the reverse cam technology that adds a little bit of extra distance, extra power stroke. That's how we're able to get those 370 or 380 foot per second speeds.
Great.
Also comes with the ProView 3 scope. The Titan comes either as is, where you get a rope cocker system with it, 3 arrows in the quiver, or it can be purchased with our ACUdraw crank device. And we're looking at a $6.99 or $7.99 price point for the Titan. So a lot of folks, I think, get this idea that they can't get into a 10-point for less than $1,000.
And you can.
And that's just not true. Yeah, these are definitely great crossbows.
Which is why we sell so many of these.
Absolutely.
I mean, the Titan over the years has been a tremendous seller, and I think it'll continue with the new price point and the new upgrades and shrinking up that front end, lightening up all over. I mean, you can tell as soon as they handed it to me, this bow is considerably lighter than it was last year. So
yeah, we've done some skeletonizing in the stock, we've done some cutouts in the stock, and like I say, we've cut out the riser to really give it unmatched balance.
Better balance, right? Yeah. All right, fantastic. What's
all right, we got one more.
We got one more, don't we?
We've got a Wicked Ridge.
Right here behind us.
So first time this year, first time that we've ever had what we would consider to be a flagship bow in the Wicked Ridge line. This is the new RDX 400, and you can see it's also a reverse draw platform. That gives you the same advantages as the XRT, unmatched balance. It gives you a longer power stroke so you can get better speeds. It shoulders extremely well. You can hold it very, very tight on the target, and there's going to be very little weight movement. There's no weight out here on the front. The weight's close to your body, and as you can see, it's super light. It's going to come in right around 7.5 pounds, and this bow is going to be a less than $800 price point, and you're going to get 400 foot per second performance out of it.
I think that's the two main, I guess, features of this bow that really make it special is the fact it's in the Wicked Ridge line, and you can get a 400 foot per second bow for, like you said,
$750
to $800, depending on who's got it on sale out there. So
it's going to come with a premium optic. Also comes as either with a rope cocker, or it comes with the ACUdraw cocking device, and as you mentioned, less than $800 for a package on this bow. We expect this is going to be one of the most in-demand hunting crossbows for 2019.
Fantastic. So it looks like we got a great lineup for 2019. So guys, go check out TenPoint. Either give us a call at Mike's Archery, check them out at your local retailer, and we'll get you set up with a brand new TenPoint.